Plaintiff Lolita Calloway says the defendant is her sister, and Lolita claims she surrounds herself with people who smoke marijuana and drink alcohol. Lolita is suing her sister today for an electric bill. Defendant Yolande Dickerson says despite the fact that she ran away from home when she was 14 years old, she eventually took Lolita in after she dropped out of school. Yolande blames her former roommates for the unpaid electric bill.
Tell me what's happening.
Okay, before I start, I wanted to let you know that I'm a big fan of yours, and I watch your show all the time. I love it when you call people crackheads.
You don't smoke no crack, do you?
No.
Because you'll be in for the same name calling.
No.
You know why I do that, though, right?
No.
If I conclude that I believe they are a crackhead, I believe that you must try and sometimes shame addicts into getting help, because I have known so many of them over the years and have been a part of my life that I know that if you try and sweet talk them, they're going to play you like a fool. And they'll try and use whatever out you give them to avoid getting help. For example, when they steal your TV and you come back and you've been and smoked it up and crack, and you say, well, son, I know you have a disease. Don't worry, we're going to try to get you help for that disease. Okay, mama. See, I can rip mama off all the time, and she's going to go for this. But if you say to that son, boy, you're a crackhead, and I'm putting you out next time you do it. Man, mama called me a crackhead. Mama thinks I'm a crackhead. That should influence yourself. The judge called you a crackhead. They say, yeah. Judge is kind of hard on me, but he's telling the truth. And if I don't want to be called a crackhead anymore, I better go to rehab. So I try to force them into rehab by making them feel shame. So, what else you like about the show other than me calling people crackheads? I call them a lie too.
Yeah, well, I'm from
when
Detroit,
they're lying,
so
I say, you're a lie, or you're a liar. Folks say, well, that's kind of harsh. And what you want me to say? You telling the story. These aren't kids. They're grown people lying to me in my face. And I'm a judge. You committing perjury. Most people, you could be prosecuted for perjury and sentenced to prison, which is up to 5 years. So since I can't sentence a liar for perjury in here because this is a small claims court and we do not enforce criminal laws here, then all I can do is call him a lie. Not like Judge Judy, though. She called him a few other names. Tell me about you and your sister's background.
Well, I see often on the show you say who you surround yourself with is a reflection of yourself. Mm-hmm. So my sister was surrounded by a bunch of people that all they do is drink and smoke weed. Every time I came over, it was beer bottles everywhere. I never seen her doing it, but you know, I don't know what was going on because that's all I saw. So
well,
the
it might have been her friends. She could have been trying to talk them out of it, right?
Yeah.
Her
friends were definitely
trying to talk them out of it. I do what she says she does. I go and I find them when they're living a destructive lifestyle, and I try and change their life. So that's all you were doing, wasn't it?
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to give you a break.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to give you a break that you're there trying to change their life around. So that's what you do, right?
Correct.
So that's what you do when she catches all them beer bottles and all that weed.
It's over with now, Judge.
Oh, that ain't what you do there. Go ahead.
Yeah. They had turned the place basically into a flop house. I know they was out of control, and I had lent my sister my name for her light bill previously to her.
Before we get into the specifics of the electric bill, let me hear from you.
I ran away from home when I was 14 years old. I wanted to be grown. I was dating a 19-year-old man. I was living on my own at 16. I had my own place. My sister, I saw that she was trying to go down the same path in which I was going down. Mm-hmm. So I took her in. She was in school at Cass Tech in Detroit.
You all from Detroit, okay.
So she
one of the best schools?
she didn't want to go to school, so she flunked out of Cass. So I took her into my home and got her into a GED program.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
in the
what
middle
you doing
of the semester. I'm a CNA, and also I'm trying to go to school to be a registered nurse, and also I want to start my own home health care business.
Okay, good enough. Let me hear from you regarding the electric
She's
bill.
irresponsible, Your Honor. She used to be very responsible when she
What
first...
happened with this? I need to get to the
I
electric
first
bill.
lent her my name. She was
When?
living in a different place in 2008.
Okay.
She was living in a different place by herself, and then I was living with her, and then I moved out. So she continued to have the bill in her name. She paid the bill every month. She get with these losers, and she stopped paying the bill. She was the only one going to work, and they sit at home all day and drink and smoke weed and leave her with the bills and with cleaning up. They ain't clean up nothing. They ain't do nothing. So she stopped paying the bill because I guess they wasn't paying. They supposed to pay half or something, but I don't know nothing about
Let's
that.
start out with the agreement between the two of you.
The agreement between me and her was she was gonna pay the bill.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good enough agreement, isn't it? All right.
So the bill, her and her roommate were supposed to go down. We went down to DTE to pay the bill. It was cut off at this time, and I had to go down.
So what happened?
I had to go down there with them to get it cut back on. They were supposed to pay their bill, the half and half. So I went on there, checked in, showed them my ID and stuff, and I'm thinking that they were going to pay the bill. I left because I had to go to school. When I went back down there to get my lights cut on again, they like, oh no, you still owe this bill. And I'm like, what? Y'all didn't pay the bill? And I called my sister, and I didn't call her. I sent her a text message and said, why didn't y'all pay the bill? Y'all down there. So she said she didn't pay her half because her roommate didn't pay her half. And then when the lights were cut off, they went and got her roommate and them. They went and got some crackhead to turn the lights on illegally. And then when the DTE caught on to that quick, like 2 weeks later, they came and cut it back off.
A week.
And a week later, whatever, they tacked on another $366 to my bill. So it went from $757 to $1,124. Now, all the damage and stuff that was done by these crackhead, they put all of that on me. And so my bill went from $1,100 to $2,400.
Ma'am?
Judge Mathis, I was a live-in caregiver. I would leave and go to work for weeks at a time, and when I would come back home, the house would be ramshacked. It would be people in the house. It would be beer bottles covering the whole kitchen floor. I wasn't there. It was other people there that I couldn't control.
Now, what does all this have to do with the light bill that she's suing you about and you agreed to pay?
I owe the original balance before all the illegal stuff was done. I didn't do any of that.
Okay. And that was your agreement with her? I'll only pay for the things that are legitimate on this electric bill. If I find something on the electric bill illegitimate, you have to pay for it even though I'm the one living there?
No, that wasn't the agreement.
Oh, that wasn't part of the agreement?
No.
All right. And so you're passing it off on the people you allowed to stay with you?
Not that I allowed to stay with me.
That stayed with you. That stayed with you.
Right.
Did you call the police?
No.
Did you evict them?
No,
You allowed them to stay with you. $2,400 for the plaintiff. As we just concluded, the agreement was between the two of you, not these people that you allowed to stay there who caused all the problems for you. $2,400. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I just want to say you need to pick better friends.
You were so fake. You didn't have to embarrass me like that on national television.
Pick better friends and pay your bills next time.
Excuse me. Now it's time for you girls to kiss up and be friends again.
I love you anyway.